Today, we're diving into a massive shift happening in the United Kingdom's defense industry. It's a world where the front line, it's no longer drawn in mud, but in lines of code.
Now think about this for a second. What if a country's greatest shield wasn't a tank, but a single line of code? Sounds like something out of a movie, right? But it's the new reality that's shaping national security. And a huge announcement in the UK is bringing this idea into super sharp focus.
So, what's all the buzz about? Well, a brand new alliance has just been formed, and honestly, it could signal a whole new era for British defense technology. Okay, here's the headline. Defence Holdings, which is the UK's first publicly traded, software-first defense company, has just locked in a strategic partnership with an AI specialist called Whitespace. Now, being publicly listed, that is a huge deal. It means they can get the cash they need to grow fast, and it forces them to be agile, which is something you don't always see in this sector.
So, who are these two companies anyway? Well, Defence Holdings is part of a new breed. It's all about software, from the ground up. And Whitespace? They're no startup. They're already a trusted name, providing AI infrastructure for live UK defense programs. This isn't some experiment. This is a proven pro teaming up with a new public heavyweight.
Now, this partnership is a huge deal, but to really get why, we need to zoom out a bit. The best way to think about it is like this. Software is the new steel. For 100 years, military power was all about tonnage. How thick your armor was, how big your ships were. But today, it's all about the brain inside the brawn. The winner isn't just the one with the strongest ship. It's the one with the smartest operating system that can run the entire fleet, making it faster, more responsive, and a whole lot smarter.
And you can really see that shift right here. We're moving from a world totally focused on hardware to one that's led by software. Instead of waiting a decade for a new fighter jet, the real advantage now comes from being able to roll out new software updates and capabilities super fast. We're talking weeks, not years.
Okay, and all of this really comes down to one key idea: sovereign AI. So what does that even mean? Well, to put it simply, it's AI that a country builds, controls, and runs itself. It's about making sure your most sensitive systems aren't dependent on another country's technology. It's about security and, autonomy.
So with that bigger picture in mind, let's zoom back in on this alliance. Who and what is actually going to make this all happen?
At the very heart of this partnership is a piece of tech called Collective OS. This is Whitespace's baby. The best way to think about it is like a foundational operating system, kind of like Windows or iOS, but built specifically for the extreme demands of defense. New AI tools can be built on top of it quickly and securely.
And this isn't just some off-the-shelf software. It's already battle-tested. It's totally compliant with the UK Ministry of Defence's super strict rules. And it works seamlessly with the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance. That's the UK, the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. But the most important thing? It's built for speed, which slashes the time it takes to get new tools out to the people who need them on the front line.
And a huge piece of this puzzle is the person now in charge of the tech, Andrew McCartney. He's actually moving over from Whitespace to be the new CTO of Defence Holdings, and his own words really sum up just how urgent this mission is.
So who is this guy? Well, for starters, he co-founded Whitespace, so he literally built the technology they're now using. His resume is pretty impressive. He was the first CEO of Microsoft Ventures UK, but it's his real-world experience that really stands out. He's already put AI systems onto a live Royal Navy ship and was handpicked for the Ministry of Defense's Engine for Growth program. This isn't some tech exec trying to figure out defense. This is a proven expert taking the wheel.
Okay, so you've got the right person, you've got the right tech. So what are they actually going to build? Well, the partnership has laid out 4 key missions.
Let's quickly run through their goals. First up, autonomous systems to help make split-second decisions in chaotic situations. Second, AI-powered intelligence to sift through mountains of data and spot threats way faster than any human ever could. Third, situational awareness, basically giving commanders a god's-eye view of the entire battlefield. And finally, adaptive cybersecurity to defend our most critical systems. These are pretty much the 4 pillars of modern defense.
So what's the big picture here? How does all of this come together to really shape the future of defense in the UK?
The company's chairman, James Norwood, puts it perfectly. He doesn't just call it a smart business move, he calls it a pivotal step in securing the UK's sovereign capability. The real goal here is to get the entire defense system operating at the insane speed that modern conflicts demand.
So here's the bottom line. This is so much more than just a corporate partnership.
It's being framed as a foundational move, an effort to build the next generation of frontline defense for the UK and its allies, making sure those critical capabilities are homegrown and secure.
And that brings us full circle, right back to that question we started with. In the next conflict, who comes out on top? The army with the most troops or the one with the smartest algorithm? This entire strategy, this new alliance, well, it's all built on a very clear bet on what the answer to that question is.